What if the greatest threat to a narcissistic person isn't your anger, your words, or even your decision to leave? What if it's simply your ability to love, feel, and stay connected to your true self? If you've ever wondered why someone seemed disturbed by your kindness, this message may answer questions you've carried for years. Today isn't about feeling sorry for someone who repeatedly causes emotional harm. It's about understanding the hidden psychological struggle behind certain narcissistic behaviors. When you understand what's happening beneath the surface, you stop blaming yourself and start reclaiming your peace. An empath naturally seeks honesty, compassion, and genuine connection. A narcissistic person, however, often depends on admiration, control, and external validation to protect a fragile sense of self. That's why your authenticity can quietly become a mirror they find deeply uncomfortable. Every time you express sincere emotions, show forgiveness, or stay true to your values, you remind them of qualities they struggle to maintain within themselves. Your emotional depth exposes the emptiness they work so hard to hide. Many also carry deep, unresolved shame beneath their confident image. Rather than facing those painful feelings, they may project blame onto others. At first, your empathy may seem to comfort them, but eventually they realize your kindness cannot erase their inner conflict. That realization often creates frustration. Control is another reason they struggle. They may influence your choices for a while, but they cannot fully control your conscience, your intuition, or your values. Deep inside, you still know when something feels wrong. That quiet inner voice becomes something they cannot silence. Authentic emotion creates another challenge. Genuine love, remorse, gratitude, and joy cannot be perfectly imitated. Seeing someone experience real connection may trigger discomfort because it highlights what they cannot fully experience themselves. They may also become frustrated when manipulation no longer works. Even if you questioned yourself for a time, your intuition often continued telling you something wasn't right. Once clarity returns, their influence begins to weaken. Another hidden struggle is that no amount of praise or attention ever feels enough. Their need for validation keeps growing, leaving them chasing something that never truly satisfies them. Healthy boundaries become another source of conflict. The moment you stop over-explaining, stop accepting unhealthy behavior, or begin protecting your peace, they may see it as rejection instead of self-respect. Perhaps the greatest fear comes when you emotionally detach or choose no contact. It's not always about losing love. Often it's about losing control and the validation they depended on. Understanding these patterns isn't meant to excuse harmful behavior. It's meant to remind you that their reactions were never proof that you were too sensitive, too emotional, or not enough. Your empathy is not your weakness. It becomes your strength the moment you pair it with healthy boundaries and self-respect. If this message brought you clarity, like this video, subscribe to TF, and keep watching because every lesson brings you one step closer to healing, freedom, and genuine peace. This video is for educational and self-awareness purposes. It discusses behavioral patterns that may appear in some individuals and is not intended to diagnose or label anyone.